So I'm going to start by saying something that might sound very controversial, yeah? There was a period in my life where making 500 naira the honest way felt genuinely harder than not doing that. And the scary part is that thought didn't come from nowhere. It came from watching people my age suddenly have things, you know? New phone, fine. New clothes, okay. New car, and you're sitting there like, I just spent 3 days trying to collect 4,000 naira from a client, and this my age mate just bought a new Benz. That is a very specific kind of confusion, a very specific kind of temptation. And if you're a Nigerian, you already know what I'm talking about. Because in Nigeria, there was a moment, I mean, if you're old enough, you remember it. It genuinely felt like half the country had a cheat code. Cars, outfits, designers, young boys driving different kinds of cars, you know, doing insane stuff. They bought literally everything that money could buy. And that money had a name. Yahoo. I mean, you could call it fraud, but like, that's what they called it back in the days. So today, I'm going to be giving you guys 5 reasons why I didn't get into Yahoo or fraud. And the thing is, it's not because I'm a saint. It's not because I'm goody two shoes, or like I'm different, or like I'm just good. Because trust me, I am not a saint. I've made my own fair share of mistakes, yeah. But it was for a reason that not everyone would really think about. It was more of me just having specific fears. And before anybody starts typing and comment, did you try it? Did you almost do it? Do you know someone? I am not here to be a morality police. I don't know if you understand what that means. I don't wear a cape. I don't have a theme song. Well, I have a YouTube channel. That's basically the same thing. But seriously, life in Nigeria as a young person growing up is genuinely hard. Let nobody deceive you. It's difficult, especially if you did not come from a, you know, financially stable family. And the thing is, I think a lot of people that weren't there don't understand what the pressure really felt like. When the economy is struggling, when unemployment is running at 33%, you're waiting for your salary, but 3 months down the line, you haven't even gotten it. Especially when you're young, your ambition, you can see what you want, and it's good, it's beautiful, it's nice. But the legitimate path looks long and uncertain. And right next to you is a guy who just bought a new phone in cash on a Tuesday, right before exam. And I'm saying this out of personal experience. So all in all, I'm here to say that I'm not here to judge anybody who made different choices. Life is complicated. People come from different places. People face different challenges. People experience different things at different times. But what I can tell you is my story. So yeah, I did say I was going to give you 5 reasons. Let's get into it. Like I was talking so much. Let's get into it. You guessed it. Fear. Now people ask, fear of what? What are you afraid of? I mean, it's not wisdom. It's not righteousness. It's definitely not some deep moral awakening at 3 a.m. It's none of that. I was simply just scared. I was scared of getting caught. I was literally scared of my dad's face if he found out. I was scared of the EFCC. I was actually just scared of everything, to be honest. But here's the thing about fear that nobody talks about. Sometimes fear is smart, because every time my brain drifted towards, what if I just try, another part of my brain opens up a presentation like,
you get the money? Great. Now what? Do you now spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder? Is every knock on the door going to feel like a raid? Congratulations, you have 800,000 naira and you can't sleep at night.
No, I cannot live like that. And I'm not even being dramatic, because the EFCC arrested nearly 3,000 young Nigerians in 2023 because of that. Peace of mind is actually underrated. I just love my peace of mind. Like I wasn't about to mess with that, bro. Reason number 2. I mean, I was extremely not outside. I don't know if you understand what that means. I was extremely not outside. You know when they say I was extremely outside, like I was outside all the time. But like now I'm extremely not outside. You know what I mean? I mean, like, the streets they didn't know my name. Yeah, nobody knew that I existed. Like, I was literally indoors. Every day I was just on my own. If I wasn't drawing anime characters, I was watching anime characters. If I wasn't watching anime characters, I was learning a random skill from YouTube at 1 a.m. on school night. Don't tell anyone. And at the time, I thought it was just me being antisocial. I mean, I was antisocial. But looking back, it was actually one of the biggest things that kept me on track. Here's the actual science. This is real. This is not something I'm like making up. This is actual fact. LA researchers published a study showing that moral behavior is really contagious. When you observe people around you doing the same thing, even if it's questionable, your brain starts recalculating the value of that action. It starts to feel normal. So if everyone around you is chasing quick money, your brain quietly starts treating quick money like a reasonable goal. And another study from Florida Atlantic University confirmed that peers' influence during adolescence isn't just powerful, it's automatic. So what protected me? The fact that I had fewer people around to accidentally absorb bad decisions. It was as if my introverted lifestyle was like a firewall. Now this is, I would say, is one of the most interesting reasons, yeah, because I love my dad. Yeah, he was everything while growing up. He was a role model. He was always there. You know, he was always there providing for us, trying his best. You know, when he could, even though it wasn't easy, he was still trying to be his best. But my dad was not a person to be played with. He was not a person to be messed with. This man had a look that words could not communicate. He was strict. I love him though, but he was strict. He was religious. He was disciplined. He was just focused, and whether I liked it at the time or not, those values got into me. There was always this voice whenever something would go shady. It would go like,
is it really worth it? Because Dad will find out. And if Dad finds out, you're cooked, brother.
And the interesting thing is, Dad always finds out. That's how I viewed it. That's how it was in my head back in the days. I still don't know how he found out though. I think someone snitched. But here's what I realized as I've gotten older and I've matured and I understand life better. What my dad gave me wasn't just rules. It was a framework for asking the right question. What happens after? Not just will I get caught, but who does this make me? What does my future look like if this is how it starts? That is a question that saved me from a lot of bad decisions and from several very questionable life decisions. Now, this fourth reason is genuinely interesting because I loved building things. I loved learning new things. I love getting busy, you know. And I don't mean that in a motivational poster kind of way. I was obsessed. Like I drew for hours. I'm gonna like find time in one of my videos. I'm gonna like bring up my sketches and show you guys. I was drawing comics of superheroes. I was drawing anime characters. I was drawing realistic drawings. I just wanted to be busy with my hands. And then design came. I started UI UX design. I was just occupied with that. And then content creation. And now this. I mean, this is content creation. I'm not saying, bro, and something weird happened along the way. The more I learned, the less desperate I felt. Because here's the thing about skills that nobody tells you. Skills don't just make you more capable. They change the way your brain calculates risk. When you feel like you have nothing to offer, shortcuts feel necessary. But when you know you can create value, like genuinely create it, shortcuts start to look a little bit different. They stop looking like opportunities. They begin to look more like liabilities. Because now you have something to lose. Reputation, skills, and a real future you can actually see. I was slowly, very slowly moving from the second category to the first. And note, I said very slowly. Don't romanticize it, okay? I was broke for a long time. I mean, I'm kind of still broke, but like I was broke for a long time. And the final reason, and honestly this might be the most uncomfortable one to say out loud, whenever the conversation about fraud came up, everyone always focused on the person getting the money. Nobody really talked about the person losing it. Like there was an actual person somewhere. Maybe it's an older woman who saved for years, like that movie, The Beekeeper. I don't know if you've seen it, but like Jason Statham basically hunted down an elderly woman who got frauded. So I mean, maybe it's a small business owner who's trying to manage life who got cleaned out. Maybe it's someone who will never fully trust people online ever again. And yeah, I know it's not a popular thing to say, but I can't just shake it. I never wanted my progress to be built on someone else's loss. This is just not something I could live with. So there you have it. 5 reasons. Yeah, I was scared. I had no social life. My dad's voice lived rent-free in my head. I got obsessed with building things, and I couldn't stop thinking about the person on the other side. None of this is heroic. It's not insane, and most of it is just embarrassing, really. But I think that's actually the point. Choices we make aren't always about willpower. A lot of times it's about the environment we live in, how we grew up, the people around us, the things we fill our time with, the values that got into us before we even knew they were shaping us. So I would genuinely say, and I agree with you in case you're watching this, that I was fortunate and lucky. And I think it's important to really say it out loud, because some people with better character than me ended up in even worse situations, all because their environment was different. So yeah, years later, I still have peace of mind. I still have my skills, still have my integrity. I still have this YouTube channel that my family doesn't really know about, and I'm still very much broke, like very much broke. Yeah, I don't think I would trade it for anything though. So yeah, I want to hear from you, because I don't know genuinely where I land on this. Do you think it's mostly about the environment, the people around you, the situation you're in, or do you think that at the end of the day it just boils down to personal responsibilities? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments. I really want to hear you guys go. And please be honest. I can handle it. I can handle anything at this point. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, if you like the video, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Peace.